Hello and welcome to Aurora, New York, as it is the Brockport Golden Eagles taking on the Wells College Express in a midweek field hockey matchup here in Aurora, New York at the Wells Athletic Turf. Looks like we are about to get ready to start at the center circle. Wells with possession is taken by Brockport. Brockport controls possession. It looks like that's number 18, Bailey Lazor, with the ball. Passing it forward. Snuffed out by the Express defense. Picked up yet again by Brockport in the offensive zone. And there's a whistle there. Play will be stopped momentarily. Looks like we got our first penalty corner of the day. Rainy day here at the Wells Athletic Turf. A bit cold as well. About 48 degrees. Some showers expected to come into play today. Be interesting to see if that'll affect the participants of today's matchup. The ball's in play. A shot. Actually a pass, and it is loose, and it is in the back of the net. Brockport scores first early on here. 14:06 left in the first quarter of play. And that goal was by number 21, Tiffany Andrews. That is Andrews' fourth goal of the year, coming into today's ball game with 5 assists and 3 goals. That'll be her fourth goal. Doing a little bit of everything so far to this point in the season, giving the Brockport Golden Eagles a quick early 1-0 lead here. Brockport takes possession again after Wells making a quick push there at the center of the field. Although Brockport's had plenty of opportunities in today's ball game, Wells has standed tall on defense as Eve Kolachek doing everything she can. Wells in the offensive zone for the first time today. Be good to see them muster up some offense here, but Brockport has certainly put the pressure on early on. The Express pushing forward, looks like it's going to be Brockport possession. In their own zone, in their own defensive zone for the first time today. In net for Brockport's Caitlin Banning, the freshman from Buffalo, New York. Has not seen too much action today. It's been mainly an offensive game for Brockport. As yet again, they're in the zone and there's a whistle there. It's going to stay with Brockport. Playing on, it looks like that's number 1, motioning towards the net, and it is kicked away by the defense. That is Gianna Salerno on the opportunity there, doing a good job of creating some offensive chances. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1-0, although it seems like the field's been tilted and Brockport's kind of had their hand on what they want to happen on the offensive end. Wells has certainly stood tall in their defenses, bending but not breaking today. Shot by Brockport. The ball is loose. Looks like there's a foul. It is going to be Wells' possession. Hard to tell from the vantage point up here in the press box. Possibly a high stick. Brockport with possession. A shot, and it is in the back of the net, and it is the second goal of the game. I might have jinxed it there. The viewers at home, after saying Wells has stood tall, and looks like we will identify that player in a moment. Looks like that player was number 1, Gianna Salerno. Salerno comes into this game with 6 goals, so that would be her 7th of the season. Now getting a grip on second in team scoring, as there was multiple players with 6 goals today on Brockport. She finds herself in sole possession of second place behind leading scorer Bailey Lazor with 8 goals on the season. It brings our score 2-0 here with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. It was a good job by the Wells defense prolonging the goal there. Great defensive effort. Just one slipped through into the back of the net. And it looks like Brockport again is on the attack. Brockport is led by head coach Krista Archambault. She's been the head coach since 2017, accumulating a record of 24-44, and she comes there by the way of Seton Hill. She was a 4-year starter and team captain there with 37 goals and 26 assists, totaled 100 career points, so a very successful career. Finds herself in the coaching ranks in college field hockey. At this point, I'd probably ask my partner how his thoughts on her accomplished career. Connor, I know you're sitting at home right now, but that is some pretty amazing numbers and pretty prestigious career. And you got to think that experience certainly comes into play when coaching, as there is another goal by the Brockport Golden Eagles, and certainly a well-coached team. And early on, they're starting to get some momentum here, as they've had a successful year to this point, and it's seems like it's carrying over to the early part of this competition. And the goal was by Emily Moore, and it was assisted by number 1 Gianna Salerno. Salerno, who just scored the goal, finds herself helping out a teammate. And once again, that was number 7, Emily Moore. Emily Moore had 6 goals coming in today, and now she is at 7, tied with Salerno, who just assisted her. So. Three to nothing if you're just joining us. Looks like there's some technical difficulties on the scoreboard. It says 4, said 5, but we have fact-checked it. It is 3 to nothing today. Big opportunity here for Brockport to continue the offensive push. And a whistle before that attempt, and it's going to be Wells' ball. Sun's starting to peek through. Still chilly. It looks like the rain's maybe held off for now. Not sure if there'll be more coming in the forecast. Number 17, Taylor Weber with the ball, the junior from Comac, New York, down on Long Island. In the corner, passing it along. It goes out of play. It's going to be Wells' ball here. Wells with one opportunity here in the first quarter. They made a push a few moments ago, but that was really about it, as Brockport's controlled the game for the most part. Wells with possession here, but yet again it's taken by Brockport. Number 1 with a nice cross there. Although Brockport's had a lot of offense, the Wells defense has certainly played well and excelled at times. A lot of that in part is to Eve Kowalczyk, the goalie, and a great defensive line. 42 seconds remain in the first quarter. Seems that Brockport's made some substitutions so far in the early going, keeping fresh legs. Lauren Spiegel with possession. Wells facilitating the ball outside the defensive zone. And the siren goes off, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 3 to nothing here after 1. Looks like we are almost ready to get the second quarter underway here. From Aurora, New York. My partner and I usually call it the city that always sleeps. Aurora, New York, super beautiful no matter the time of the year. Whether it's fall, summer, winter, or spring, Wells College, founded in 1886. Beautiful campus here. If you're looking for more sports, there's also a women's volleyball game later on today, and they are hosting. It's a little double dipping today. Some field hockey, some women's volleyball. Good day here on Aurora for college athletics. Brockport with possession in the center of the field. Nice defense there by number 5. There's Nikita Utter of the Express. Number 8, Rio Meiji on defense there. It is picked back up by the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles on their way. Making another push here. Their offense has been off the charts to start the game. Into the zone, it looks like it's going to go wide of the net. Brockport passing it back behind the center line. Getting some touches for their defense. Back towards the center. Nice play by Lauren Spiegel. A whistle has been blown. It looks like it's going to go into the hands of Brockport. They will gain possession. That is number 25 currently about to hit the ball. That was Justine Draper, the junior from Remsen, New York. It's been passed along down to number 21. That's Tiffany Andrews. Andrews has had herself quite the ball game already in the early goings. A goal, an assist. Number 13, Grace Call with the ball. Pushing the ball forward. Maintaining possession for a long time, but then it is taken by the Brockport defense. Inside the circle. Brockport has the ball. Wells standing tall. A nice little kick by the goaltender. A whistle has been blown, and it's going to go into the hands of the Express. The sun is finally poking out. That should improve the temperature, or the feel at least, down on the field, as it was certainly chilly to start today's ball game. A fight for possession in the center of the field. Back and forth they go. A nice hit there by the Express. Looks like it was Lauren Spiegel getting into the offensive zone, but it is back into the hands of the Golden Eagles. Both these teams certainly showing a lot of effort as they're certainly giving it their all. Even though in the early goings it hasn't gone all Wells' way, they're still pestering the defense and the offense all over the field. The Express are certainly having their presence felt, as here they are in the offensive zone. And it looks like we will be getting Wells. Nope. It will be Wells' possession. It will be a penalty corner. It is Wells' first penalty corner of the day. A big opportunity here. Kyle to Spiegel. Spiegel, a shot. It is trickling, and it is loose. The whistle has been blown. Looks like we have a penalty shot here. That is number 15, Lauren Spiegel. Banning in net. Spiegel gets ready. Fires, and it is in the back of the net. Fire up the Stagecoach. The Express strike early in the second quarter. 3-1 here. Lauren Spiegel on the penalty shot, giving the goaltender no chance, no opportunity there, as that was fired in the back of the net. As that certainly has just injected the Express with energy. As you could just tell, all the players on the field and the coaching staff, Coach G, fired up after that goal. That all started with the penalty corner. It was a good pass by Grace Kahl and Spiegel firing a shot, getting the ball into the offensive zone. There was a penalty which set up this opportunity for the Express as they only trailed by 2, 3-1 here to Brockport. Brockport now, how do they answer? They have the ball heading towards the offensive zone. Looks like they have numbers here. And the goalie steps up, and it is loose and wide, it looks like. Great effort by the goalie, Eve Kowalczyk, taking a risk, diving forward towards the ball. And the ball was still loose, but it worked out for the Express there. But it looks like it is going to be a penalty corner for Brockport. Brockport with possession just outside the circle. The ball makes its way towards the circle, and that is a goal for the Golden Eagles, responding well. After they let one go in on themselves, they respond and fire back quickly. It is now 4-1. We will get to you who scored that goal momentarily, just checking in with our stats department. $10:15 remaining in the second quarter. And once again, we will check the statistics once they are official. Looks like that was another goal there by Tiffany Andrews, and it was assisted by Emma Acevedo. Wells making another push offensively. It is shot, and it is denied by Brockport. Another good opportunity there. Looks like that was number 5, Nikita Utter, on the opportunity there. Number 5 of the Express has found herself in many good chances, good opportunities on the offensive zone. Great play on her end. Brockport now trying to get the ball out of the zone, and a bullet with quite a lot of velocity on that one was the Brockport defense. They're on the offensive zone now as they maintain possession. A shot, and it goes out of play. Just to highlight the clear on the defensive end for Brockport, that was number 20, Kaylin Aitken, the senior from Comac. Wells with possession in their own zone. Trying to get it away. Grace Call with possession. Brockport, it is picked back up as they make their way towards the offensive zone. Out of play. Brockport coming into this game, like we said, 8-5, 2-2, and one of the best conferences, the SUNY, in all of college athletics and field hockey. But Wells is giving them all they can handle. It is 4-1, and even though they're trailing by 3 currently, Wells has stood tall defensively and now has had many opportunities on the offensive end, translating that defense to offense here. And it's been very competitive. Both teams are really bringing it to each other. Brockport with possession at the top of the circle. It is a shot. It is wide. It is going to be Wells' possession. The Wells defense has certainly done their part as well. We've said it many times, standing tall, and it sounds like a broken record, but that's really what's been happening with 6:53 in the second quarter. To this point, they are really doing their best, and although there has been 4 goals, with the amount of opportunities the Brockport offense has brought them, they're doing a fine job to this point in the game. And now if Wells could get a little more offense here, it should be a doozy. It's going to be a real good one here, and I think Brockport is getting all they can handle from the Express. And I hope the clarification in statistics and a little insight here from Aurora, New York is helpful for all the viewers at home. As usually me and my partner go back and forth, help each other out. He's feeling a little under the weather today, but I'm happy to help you guys at home, whether it's finding out who scored or just the situations in the game, as the camera angles sometimes can get a little tricky on the live stream. So thank you for bearing with me today. As well as in the offensive zone. Making a push and shot wide. A good opportunity there. Looks like that shot was by Grace Call. She's found herself in all the right scenarios today, as whether it's on the defensive end or the offensive end. She's made a couple of plays for the Express and helping them produce on offense here in the early going. Lauren Spiegel with the ball. Passing it forward. It is taken away by Brockport, but it is a whistle on the play. And it will remain with Brockport as the whistle was on the Express. Now it will be Wells' possession. Another whistle, and it looks like Brockport committed a foul on the play. Morgan Brown, number 9, with possession. Doing a good job of facilitating, but ran into a wall of defenders of Brockport as she was outnumbered. It was 3 versus 1, and they did a good job of swarming to the ball there. As now Brockport is on offense. Into the semicircle, the goalie steps up, and it is a whistle on the play. Before that opportunity could come to fruition, it will be Wells' ball. Ball's at center field. It is taken by Brockport. Passed along. Brockport looking for their 5th goal. But to be quite honest, Wells has given them all they can handle, as this quarter has been back and forth. Early in the first quarter, it seemed like a one-way game. It was just Brockport peppering the goalie of the Express, and Wells was doing their job on defense. This quarter, it's been pretty even as far as opportunities on each side. Wells finds themselves right in this ball game. A couple of bounces their way, a couple adjustments here and there. Should make a real good game down the stretch. Number 20, Aitken with the ball. To number 9. 6 with a shot towards the offensive zone. That was Isabella Kincannon, the sophomore from Lancaster, New York. Wells on the defensive side. They have possession right now as it is in the corner. Foul on the play. It will be Brockport ball and number 20 with the ball. Passing it towards number 9. That's Paige Thoe. Good defense there by the Express as that was number 5. Utter again on the stop. The ball's loose. A nice kick save by the goalie of the Express, Eve Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk has had herself a great ball game to this point. Although there's been 4 goals that found themselves in the back of the net, there's been a number of shots and opportunities that have been stopped by the goaltender of the Wells Express. Looks like the rain has come to a halt at this point, which is good to see. Tricky conditions to start today's ball game, as it certainly was coming down at one point. Kelsey's there with the ball, passing it along to number 6, Isabella Kincannon. Kincannon to number 20, that is Aitken. Aitken to Thoe. Making her way into the offensive zone, into the semicircle. A shot. The ball is loose. And no good, as it will be Wells' possession. 50 seconds. This quarter has absolutely zoomed by. Probably in part because of the action. It's just been such an entertaining quarter of field hockey, and overall an entertaining half of field hockey here between the Express and the Golden Eagles. Wells on the offensive side. Morgan Brown making a push, looking for a teammate. Brockport defense is stepping up, and there's a whistle. It's going to stay with the Express. Brown back on the attack. Moving forward, 22 seconds left in the half. It would certainly be great if Wells could tack on another goal before half here. Eight seconds remain. Brockport playing keep away at this point to prevent another opportunity. Looks like they will. And that will bring a close to the first half here from Aurora, New York. 4 is the number for Brockport, and 1 is the number for Wells. 4-1, although the score is a difference of 3. It's certainly been an entertaining half of field hockey, and we look forward to the second half of play as we will be back in about 10 minutes from Aurora, New York. Welcome back to Aurora, New York, as we are getting ready set to start the second half play. 4-1, Brockport leading this one. Some halftime stats to start off. 13 shots for Brockport in the first half as opposed to 2 for the Express. Although the Express have only taken 2 shots, they're shooting 50% as they have found the back of the net on one of them. 5 saves for the goaltender Eve Kolachek for the Express as well. So she's had her fair share of action and has, for the most part, did her job. 5 shots in the first half. Terrific effort in the early going. Now it'll be interesting to see if conditioning will come into play as the second half is upon us. Wells, with no one on the bench today, everybody on the roster today is playing in the game. So you have to wonder if the small numbers will affect them in the second half of today's ball game. Brockport, on the other hand, has a surplus of subs. Has about 6 to 8 women on the sideline. Wells with possession in their own defensive end. Brockport on top of them, waiting for a mistake or a change of possession. Wells says no as they're passing it back and forth, avoiding the defenders. Ball gets kicked up to the center of the field. It is picked back up by number 9 on Brockport. That is Paige Tao. Avoiding defenders herself, passing it around. That's in the hands of Kelsey Zier, number 3 for the Golden Eagles. Making their way forward, it's number 21 in the offensive zone, just above the semicircle. It is blocked by Lauren Spiegel. A nice play there. Back to number 3. A shot across the field, or a pass across the field. A shot now there by Brockport, and it is, the whistle's blown as it will be Wells' possession. Going back to the first half results, there was 2 goals by Tiffany Andrews, Taylor Webb with a goal, and Gianna Salerno. Sometimes the statistics change, or after we find out the goal and we get exactly who scored and who assisted it. Those were the 4 goal scorers. Kicked away by the goalie Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk standing tall. A shot, it is wide, no goal there. Brockport, bunch of shots, a bunch of opportunities in a row, and the defense of the Express, not a new story. Yet again, holding strong. We just wanted to clarify those stats there. And the Wells goal was scored by Lauren Spiegel. It was a penalty stroke, but the stroke was started by a nice pass by Grace Call. Spiegel shot. The ball was loose, and there was a penalty there. Brockport now on the offensive side of the zone, and they find the back of the net. Looks like it was a loose ball that just kept traveling until it found the back of the net there. Maybe some miscommunication there by the Express. Certainly something you don't want to see. Congratulations, though, to Brockport as they were doing their job. Although maybe there was miscommunication on the Wells end, everybody was in the right spot, and that was a goal by Bailey Lazor. Lazor, that's her 9th goal of the season. Coming in today's ballgame, 8, leading the team with goals as she still was in sole possession of first place of team scoring, but now she improves that 8 to a 9. Both Moore and Salerno came in today's ballgame with 6. They're now at 7 after scoring in the first half of today's competition. That brings a score to 5-1 here. After a second quarter of a plethora of offense, Wells finds themselves back into more of their first quarter mindset, just playing defense, bend but don't break, and they broke there as that is a goal. It's the back of the net again here. More momentum on Brockport's side here to start the second half. As we were talking about the previous goal by Bailey Lazor, that was unassisted. We're waiting to get confirmation of the goal that just took place here. That was Paige Tao. That is her 6th goal of the season. Came in today's ball game with 5. Going back to the point previously mentioned, the first quarter, it was a defensive-minded setup for the Express as they were kind of just defending themselves, no offense. In the second quarter, they were more aggressive. As you saw, there was a goal, and not only just one goal, there was plenty of opportunities offensively. Today, in the second half to start, in the first 5 minutes at least, it seems it's been more of that first half strategy, and to this point, it hasn't worked in the early goings. But as mentioned before, conditioning certainly takes a toll and comes into play as you get to the second half of these ball games. You'll see if there'll be any more adjustments. Halftime has passed, usually the point where most adjustments are made. From here on out, it looks like it's going to have to be made on the fly. But kudos to Brockport as well. Really giving Wells everything they can handle here. Just 5 minutes in, it's been fireworks offensively for Brockport. The Express with possession. It is booted. Oh, just kidding. It is Brockport possession now. And it's intercepted by number 13. Looks like that's Grace Kyle. And there is a whistle on the play. It will stay with the Express. Number 9 for the Express gets it taken by number 9. For the Golden Eagles. Pass forward to number 21. That's Tiffany Andrus. Andrus with 2 goals today. A nice kick save by the Express goalie. That's Eve Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk with 5 saves in the first half. I'm not looking at the stats at this moment, but you got to think those 5 saves are certainly increasing as there's been a lot of opportunities so far in this half, and she's made some very, very nice plays in the net. Brockport possession. But there is a quick whistle, and it is now Wells possession. Looks like the sun is finding its way behind clouds yet again. Temperature looking to drop as we get later in the stages of today's ball game. For a Tuesday, not too many field hockey games going on around the nation or around the region, but as far as out-of-town scores, the Yankees are currently playing the Cleveland Guardians in the ALDS, and last time we had got an update, it was 3-0 after a home run from Stanton. But back to the heat of the field hockey action, it is 6-1 here. Brockport on quite the roll here to start the second half. Looks like there's a foul on the play. It got physical there. It looks like number 18 had a collision with a Wells player. It will stay in the hands of Brockport as they have taken possession. The ball towards the offensive zone, another whistle there, and it's going to be Wells' possession this time. As we just said, the sun went away. It comes back out again. You got to think that's definitely more comfortable for the players down on the field as it's getting to mid to late October up here in New York, upstate New York. Weather certainly comes into play for fall sports and spring sports. Not quite in the gym yet for basketball season, so the cold conditions are going to come into play in athletic events here. Kelsey Zier with the ball, passes it forward. That's to number 17, Taylor Weber. Weber to number 21. 21 at the doorstep. A shot. It is a nice defensive play. Looks like that's number 11, Kayla Groth for the Wells Express. Tiffany Andrews looking for her 3rd goal. That would have been a hat trick, something you don't see every day in college field hockey, but denied by the goaltender of Wells and Kayla Groth with an outstanding defensive play there, clogging the lane and making sure that shot does not go in the net. Although it went out of play, Brockport now has another opportunity to score as it is a penalty corner. Passing it along the semicircle is the Golden Eagles. A shot, it is tipped, a whistle blown. On top of the semicircle, and a collision between two players on Brockport and Wells, and it looks like there's a Wells player slowly getting up. Looks like there was no malintent, just wrong place at the wrong time. And the official is going to check on the Express player down on the turf. Gathering herself and getting to her feet after that physical play, and yet once again it looked like nothing malicious, just a bang play there. It's good to see the Express athlete getting up on their own. Shout out to the officials as well, checking on the player. Looks like that was Rebecca McGeehan, and once again, it's good to see her back up and ready to play. As play starts back up, Brockport has the ball. It is Andrus in the offensive zone, once again looking for her third goal. Back up to number 17. 17 pushes it towards the net. It is a loose ball, but it is out of play. A little history here. The Wells Express and the Brockport Golden Eagles have played 7 times, all 7 times going to the Golden Eagles, but that's not to say there haven't been some close games. The first meeting was October 20th, 2010. It was a 2-0 victory for the Golden Eagles. And their last meeting was August 30th, 2019. That was a 13-0 victory by Brockport. So these teams haven't faced off since 2019, although it seems like a long time ago, really only 2 seasons removed, with COVID-19 canceling the 2020 season. Five minutes and 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. To be quite frank, I haven't seen too many field hockey games from this point of view as far as from an analyst standpoint or from an announcing standpoint, so I appreciate you hanging in there with me. Sorry if some of the terminology I've used hasn't been quite right on point, but I've had a complete blast today. I know my partner, Connor Carr-Matthews, was going to broadcast with me today, feeling a little under the weather, but shout out to him as he's helped me gather some of the statistics as preparation for this ball game, but we appreciate your patience and hanging along with us for today's broadcast. As it's certainly been a doozy, 6-1. Brockport, one of the premier teams in the SUNY in all athletics, especially in field hockey. Wells really making them work for it today. Brockport with possession. Heading towards the offensive zone. Crossing midfield. Good ball movement as a nice pass, and that is going to be in the hands of number 6, Isabel Kincannon. Kincannon and the offense shoots the ball out of play. Looks like it is going to be Express possession here. Beautiful time of the year here in upstate New York, specifically the Finger Lakes region. The leaves are at peak changing color season. Aurora, New York, home to the Express teams. There's a beautiful setting here at the Wells Athletic Turf. Multi-purpose field. Baseball, softball, lacrosse, field hockey, and soccer all take place here. Looks like this will be a penalty corner for Brockport. Getting things set up as they prepare to take the shot or inbound the ball. Pass forward. Number 17 with possession, passing it along into the hands of number 11. Number 11 passes it forward, and it's out of play. Going to be Wells' possession. Now, as we look forward towards the latter part of the season, Brockport plays Oneonta on October 22nd. That will be their next competition. For the Express, it will be October 20th at Sage College. And then following that up, the Express wrap up the season here on senior night, October 27th, October 22nd versus Mooresville State. Sorry, for clarification, October 22nd against Mooresville State. That will be senior night. 2 more games left for the Express on this season. Although the record isn't where they exactly like it to be, there's been a lot of close, hard-fought ball games, and a couple bounces their way. The record certainly could have been different, and still a lot to play for with 2 games remaining. And it sounds like there is rain coming on top of the press box here. You could hear the rain, and it looks like it is. Looks like some of the statisticians down on the field are making their way to cover. Wells with possession. It goes out of play. Rebecca McGeehan moving the ball forward, which great opportunity and great play there. Just ran out of room there on the sideline, and give a round of applause for the Brockport defense. They're forcing her towards out of bounds. A shot and a save there. Brockport shoots, a nice save by Kowalczyk. Back and forth they go. A shot wide. Looks like Brockport was looking for that offensive player right in front of the goalie. It just went from the outstretched arms and the outstretched stick. Intercepted by the Golden Eagles. Although we are late in the third quarter, the energy is certainly still there. Both players on each team. You could hear the communication, the energy, and the wanting of succeeding down on the field. Just one thing that strikes me is the energy from the booth far away up here. Brockport with possession in their defensive zone, trying to get it away. A nice play there by the Express, but it is picked up back again by the Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles have numbers here. The Wells midfield and offense filing their way back to help. Stoppage of play here, 28.9 seconds to go. The rain continues to fall here on a brisk mid-October day. Penalty corner getting ready to fire up for the Golden Eagles. The ball is back in play. Number 9 with possession. Looks like that's Thau. Back and forth they go. A shot and save. A nice save by the Express goalie. Once again, that is Eve Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk, a sophomore from Webster, New York. By the way, of St. Thomas Aquinas College, a transfer from Stack down in downstate New York. And that is going to be the end of the quarter. 6-1 here. There was some momentum in the early part of the second half, or the third quarter. Brockport certainly put the pedal to the metal, but the Express fight back and really give it their all on the defensive side as they deny other opportunities to finish out the quarter. We'll be right back after the 1 minute and 48 second left of the break. Welcome back as the intermission between the third and fourth quarter is about to end. Wells trailing Brockport 6-1, but although the score isn't in Wells' favor at this point, it's certainly not to say they haven't tried, as there's been certainly many high points of the game, whether it's a great save by Yves Kovalchuk or a penalty stroke by Lauren Spiegel finding the back of the net. Wells will certainly have had stuff to build off of for the last two games of the season after today, and there's still a quarter to play. It's only a 5-goal deficit, a couple of bounces here and there. There's been crazier things in the world of field hockey. See down on the sideline, Coach Christy Archambault making a few adjustments, talking to her players. The rain is coming down even harder now, on and off. Sun comes out, sun goes away, the rain stops, the rain keeps going. Looks like Wells will be playing with one less player after that injury that took place in the third quarter. The Express in the offensive zone with possession, making their way towards the net. Spiegel with the ball on top of the semicircle, trying to find space. Pick back up, but there's a whistle, and the whistle will help out the Express. The whistle will create another offensive opportunity here as the rain keeps coming. It will be a penalty corner. It's hard to see who's shooting it from our vantage point. It looks like it's Grace Kahl. A shot by the Express. It's denied by Brockport. A nice save there. Brockport finding possession, getting it out of their zone. It looks like they will be able to clear it. As they cannot, though, it is picked up by the Express. The Express maintaining possession. Back and forth they go. You know, cleat grip and just having solid footing is going to come into play here as the last 13 minutes, the rain is coming down. We sound like a broken record, or I sound like a broken record, but it's something that's going to be interesting and to see how the players deal with that obstacle. Brockport finally clears it, but it goes into the hands of a Wells defender as they try to push the ball back in the offensive zone, but it is denied by Brockport. The Golden Eagles with the ball. Number 6, Isabel Kincannon. With the ball, it is now in the hands of number 23. That is Acevedo with the ball. Back and forth, there's a scram for the ball. And it is taken of full control Brockport. Grace Kahl doing a great job getting the ball outside the defensive zone, creating offensive opportunity here as now it is number 9 for the Express, Morgan Brown with the ball. Kahl to Brown, that was just a great play there. You know, Brockport was knocking on the door yet again, looking for their 7th goal. Kahl finds the ball, passes it forward down on the sideline here on the near side, and now the Express have an opportunity to tag on their 2nd goal of the evening. Brown looking for space. There's a whistle on the play, and it is going to be Brockport ball. Looks like the official saw something different there, and as there was a foul on the play. The Express wanted a high stick. It's not given there. It looks like that was a call that could have went either way. Needless to say, Brockport is not pondering that as they're on the offensive zone. Despite the weather conditions, look like there is still a decent crowd here hiding under the baseball dugouts across the way. Brockport not too far. near the Rochester area. Certainly seems that there's a few Brockport supporters here, along with plenty of the Express faithful. Looks like the Brockport bench certainly having energy as well, just as their teammates on the field. And it seems like energy is carried over, whether it's the players on the field or the players on the bench. It looks like they're having fun down on the sideline. And sometimes that's the key. You know, sometimes teams are uptight and tense, and then others still find ways to win with being loose and free-spirited. Here comes the penalty corner by Brockport. Wells with the wall in front of the net. Running towards the ball, a swing and a miss. Looks like that will be Wells' possession from what it looks like that was a high stick. Opportunity missed there by the Golden Eagles, but they pick it right back up as they take it from the Express here. Wells' possession. Looks like number 1, Gianna Salerno, is ready to check into the ball game. The Express with possession. Looks like it's Kyle with the ball, trying to get it away, but number 21 of Brockport gains possession back. A nice save by the goalie. But it is still loose, and it is in the back of the net. Brockport scores again. That is their 7th goal of the ball game. And we will double check the stats to make sure we get you viewers at home the information on who scored that last goal. Looks like number 10 for the Express, who was banged up last quarter, is back out there. Shout out to the training staff here at Wells College, making sure each player is healthy and ready to go. Still waiting on confirmation of who scored that goal. We'll be on standby and mention that to you guys back at home momentarily. That goal was by Quinn Guy. Quinn Guy, number 16, the sophomore from Williamsville, New York. Comes by the way of Williamsville North High School. And although the score is 7-1 at this point, Wells has certainly played them tough. The score certainly doesn't dictate what this game was about, as there were some high moments for the Express, and there's still 9 minutes left as Morgan Brown on the offensive zone, looking to get the second goal for the Express here again. The ball goes out of play, and it looks like Wells will be getting an opportunity here with a penalty corner. A nice defensive play there by Brockport as Wells was ready to take a shot, make something happen, and it looks like that was number 15 of Brockport. Waiting to get clarification there to shout out that great play on the defensive end. A whistle blown. (25-26) on that defensive play. It's hard to make out from our press box out here. 25 is Justine Draper, the junior from Remsen, New York. A nice defensive play there. It was 25. Once again, we are sorry, viewers at home. if the camera angle's far away, that is where our press box is. As actually that was 26. Now I can see clear. That was Abby Chalmers from Williamsville on the defensive play a moment ago. Wells with possession. In the hands of Brockport in their offensive zone, looking for the 8th goal of the night. But a whistle has been blown, and it is going to be Wells' possession again. Looks like there was a foul on the play by Brockport. But Brockport picks up the ball on top of the circle, looking to shoot. Another stoppage of play there. 7:28 left in the ball game. We hope you viewers from home have enjoyed today's ball game, as it's certainly been a treat to broadcast it for you guys. Penalty corner for Brockport. Ball's in play, setting up. Here they go. 26 with a shot, but it is waved at, and it will be Wells' ball. That's the second time that's happened today. A Brockport player ready to fire one away, but they just miss. Maybe just a lack of execution there. But needless to say, that's been the least of their problems. If they have found the back of the net 7 times today, they've been successful despite 2 of those miscues there. A scramble for the ball. Brockport comes up victorious with it, but it is taken by the Express. That is number 7, Juliet Draffin, with a nice play there. The first-year student from Westkill, New York. Transfer from SUNY Oneonta. A nice tap by Call. Call from Burlington, Vermont, the junior. She's found herself all over the field today, defensively, offensively, making plays. Although it wasn't an assist, she was a major and vital part to the Lawrence Spiegel goal, as it eventually set up the penalty that led to that penalty shot. Emma Acevedo with the ball, then passes to number 10. That's Paige Thoy. Thoy with the ball, passing it forward to a teammate. It is kicked away by the Wells goalie, Eve Kowalczyk, the sophomore from Webster, New York. Once again, the transfer from St. Thomas Aquinas College, also known as STAC. A Division II school transfer. .25 subbing into the game for number... Hard to tell who's coming out, but number 25 checking in, that's Justine Draper. We were confused before when it was Abby Chalmers on the play number 26, but here is Draper as the junior from Remsen, New York, is back into the ballgame. Paige Thoy with the ball. Heading towards the circle. The ball's loose. And there it is. No good. Great opportunity there by the Golden Eagles. Just weren't able to capitalize. As we head towards the later stages of this game, it is 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Brockport certainly used their bench today. They have more numbers, and I think they've used that to their advantage, as well as with honestly no bench. They're all playing the participants on the team right now. So conditioning certainly comes into play. We thought it would in the second half, and it was quite the ball game. It was close at halftime. All back and forth they went, but you could certainly see conditioning coming into play as Brockport has had the advantage to lean on substitutions and having players go in and out and really use them when they're fresh and to their fullest. Here's the penalty corner from Brockport on the far side of the field. A shot by number 1, and it unfortunately has hit a player of the Express. It looks like that was Lawrence Spiegel who was hit in the head with the ball, but got up fairly quick. That's an illustration of some very strong toughness there. She looked towards the training staff and is saying she's good. Maybe it looked like it got her in the face. Maybe it didn't. It's hard to see from up here, but regardless, a very, very tough response to that, as that shot had a lot of velocity on it from the Brockport player. A shot, it is blocked by the Express defense. Brockport still maintaining possession. Another shot, kicked away by the Express. And that's really just summed up today's ball game. Although Wells is trailing by 6, their defense has done an outstanding job. Yes, they've allowed 7 goals, but the amount of opportunities Brockport's had, anybody would let 7 goals. And with the amount of shots taken, Eve Kolachek has done an outstanding job in the back of the net. In the net. Not many balls have found their way in the back of the net. Could have been plenty more, but Wells is hanging tough here. Regardless if Brockport walks away with the victory, they definitely have got to be thinking to themselves, they earned today's win, and it did not come easy at the hands of the Express. Throw out the records, throw out games leading up or games going down the stretch. Wells showed up today and have certainly given it their all despite the score not being in their favor. Brockport on offense, kicking it back. Number 17 with the ball. A shot. It is wide. That shot was by Taylor Weber, the junior from Comac, New York, down on Long Island. One minute and 58 seconds remain here at the Wells Athletic Turf. To reiterate, Thursday, October 20th is the next Wells Express field hockey game. It's at Sage College, and then they will be back home Saturday, October 22nd versus Mooresville State for senior night to finish out this 2022 field hockey season. And on Brockport's side of things, they play Oneonta October 22nd. That is their next competition. And that is a SUNY matchup as well, as they're 2-2 in conference play. So that is a big-time matchup here in the world of New York College field hockey. The SUNY, one of the most competitive conferences, no matter the sport, no matter what competition or event it is. Speaking of college athletics in the local area, speaking of SUNY teams, it made me think of Empire 8, Liberty League. Just down the road, Ithaca College football 6-0 as they are down the stretch in their football season. So plenty of college athletics in the area. Syracuse football 6-0, Ithaca football undefeated, Cornell football 3-2, finding themselves right in the thick of it in Ivy League football play. The Finger Lakes in Central New York has certainly got plenty of college athletics, no matter the season, and plenty of competitive teams. Certainly a lot going on here in the world of local sports. 15 seconds remain, and it looks like Brockport is just passing it around. And it looks like our final score today is going to be 7-1, but Brockport still making a push, and they shoot, and it went wide. You have to wonder if that'll rub the coach of the Express the wrong way, as Brockport's still trying to pile it on with 15 seconds left. Regardless, that will end our ball game today in the fourth and final quarter. The Golden Eagles improved to 9-5. They're still 2-2 in conference play. Oneonta waiting to face them in a couple of days. That will be a big one, as we've talked about. Wells sadly falls to 1-9 on the season. They're an independent field hockey program, so there is no conference record for them there. Still 2 more games and a lot to play for. As far as the stars of the game, me and my counterpart, Connor Carr-Matthews, usually like to go through a stars of the game list. We like to both put input since he's not here. Our stars of today's ball game, the third star, Lauren Spiegel, scored the goal for the Express. The second star, Paige Thoy. And then the first star of the game for Brockport is Tiffany Andrews. Overall, it was a total blast to talk about this field hockey game for you viewers at home. We hope you enjoyed it. And until next time from Aurora, New York, we will see you guys then.